Hello and welcome to my channel. Join us as we look at Sumerian architecture, highlighting their innovative cities, temples, and construction techniques that shaped ancient civilization. The Sumerians were among the earliest civilizations to develop in the ancient Near East, flourishing between 4500 BCE and 2000 BCE in Mesopotamia, the land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. This civilization laid the foundation for urban development, creating cities, temples, and monumental structures that shape the future of architecture. Their achievements continue to awe us today. The Sumerians established the first known cities, including Ur, Uruk, and Kish. These cities were walled and carefully designed, blending residential, commercial, and industrial buildings. The layout was well planned, ensuring smooth daily life and placing monumental religious and administrative buildings at the city's heart. The streets were laid out, not just for ease of movement, but to guide people through life, both in this world and beyond. The beginning of writing the cuneiform script was created for record-keeping, an incredible step forward in human civilization. At the same time, their spiritual lives were deeply intertwined with nature. They worshipped gods tied to the heavens and the earth. Sumerian society was built on city-states, each ruled by a king who was also a high priest. This union of political and spiritual power reflected their belief that their kings were divinely chosen. Temples were monumental, reflecting the gods' might, and their purpose was clear: to honor those who could offer divine favor in return. Sumerians didn't believe in immortality, but sought divine favor through their moral conduct. Those who lived in harmony with the gods were blessed with prosperity, many children, and long life. The Sumerians primarily used mud bricks as their main construction material, due to the scarcity of stone and timber in Mesopotamia. These bricks were either sun-dried or kiln-fired and were used to construct massive walls, which were reinforced with buttresses for added stability. The mud brick walls, although not as strong as stone, were thick, and buildings were often raised on platforms to protect them from flooding. Facades were whitewashed, not just to enhance the aesthetic, but to disguise the texture of the mud bricks and present a more polished appearance. One of the most important cities of Sumeria was Uruk, a thriving urban center, full of temples, palaces, and densely packed residential neighborhoods. Houses were typically one-story structures built around central courtyards, with narrow streets separating them. The city was carefully planned to ensure functionality, security, and religious prominence. Other key cities included Uruk, the home of the White Temple, and Kafage, which housed the Oval Temple. The White Temple was built around 3000 BCE, stood atop a large mound known as a ziggurat. Rising over 12 meters above the ground, the temple was constructed from mud bricks and had thick walls supported by buttresses. The rectangular structure featured a central sanctuary with an altar and offering table. Surrounding the sanctuary were oblong rooms, and grand doorways provided access. Worshippers entered through a side staircase, and the temple's white plastered exterior made it highly visible in the landscape, marking it as a beacon to the gods. The Great Ziggurat at Ur, built between 2113 BCE and 2048 BCE, was dedicated to Nana, the moon god. Constructed on the ruins of earlier temples, it incorporated their remains. The ziggurat consisted of mud bricks reinforced with matting and reed cables. It had 3 levels, with grand stairways leading up to a portal with a domed roof. From there, worshippers ascended further to reach the upper temple, an area accessible only to priests. The ziggurat was not just a place of worship. It was believed to serve as a bridge between heaven and earth, with the act of climbing its stairs seen as a spiritual journey. The ziggurat also functioned as a defensive fortress during times of war, adding to its monumental significance. The Oval Temple at Kafage, dating back to 2600 BCE, was surrounded by massive oval walls, providing both security and separation from the bustling city. Within the temple complex, courtyards enclosed sacred spaces, creating an atmosphere of peace and reverence. The temple itself was raised on a simple platform, with subsidiary chambers at ground level. The outer walls housed priests and chapels. Inside the inner court, an offering table and evidence of animal sacrifices were discovered, along with basins for ablution, workshops, and storage rooms, highlighting the ritualistic and economic importance of the temple. Sumerian architecture set the stage for future civilizations by pioneering urban planning, large-scale religious structures, and advanced construction techniques. Their use of mud bricks, reinforced walls, and raised platforms demonstrated remarkable ingenuity in adapting to their environment. Cities like Uruk, and Kafaji were not only hubs of worship but also centers of administration and trade, playing vital roles in their society. The legacy of Sumerian architecture continues to influence the study of ancient cultures and their lasting contributions to the